name is Angela. I'm a hospice RN and a mom of three, full-time mom of three. And I'm, again, still fairly new at this YouTube game. Today I'll be recording a video about my microshading journey. So a few days ago, me and my best friend went and got our eyebrows done. I got microshading. She did get some microblading done. So I've been kind of talking about both microblading and microshading, but mainly the microshading, as that's what I got. But anyways, today I'm gonna talk about my day-to-day healing journey. I'm currently on day 5. I meant to record daily, but again, being new at this and editing being a beast, I figured I could all kind of cluster everything kind of almost together, not quite, but almost together. So today I'm on day 5, and so on day 1 through day 4 it was fairly about the same. Well, still today is fairly about the same as day 1 for me, but based on what to expect from what my artist told me and research, and just on average what everybody goes through from day 1 to day 4, your eyebrows are fairly swollen and they're really dark. I did notice on day 2 they were slightly darker than they were on day 1, and they got slightly thicker. They still are slightly thicker than on the day that I got my microshading done. Not so much for me, but typically you can expect to see some thickness from what I've seen on research and from what my artist said. And then from day 5, which is today, you'll notice some scabbing and flaking. I mean, it's not easy to see on mine, but I see some small patches, and when I clean it, I see some scab. Not too much, not as much as I expected. You can't really quite tell I'm not scabbing as much, but some people get a lot of scabbing and flaking, and sometimes it gets a little itchy. Sometimes I feel a little itchy and I have to remind myself not to scratch. I mean, it's really hard to not scratch because that's just the natural thing to do. Is you find yourself going and you're like, oh, can't do that. So it's advisable to put any aftercare cream that your artist gave you to relieve the itchiness, but try to resist the urge to scratch. Good luck. Let me know how that goes. Now, some things that I was told to watch for, which I'm watching for, is extreme itchiness and extreme scabbing. Excuse me, I can't talk barely. Extreme scabbing, some irritation. Well, not some irritation, but extreme irritation. If you notice any pus or any fever, that might be, just signs of an infection coming on. So that is for both microblading and microshading. It seems like the healing process is fairly the same, and my best friend has been going through fairly the same, really the same, day-to-day, healing process like me. Maybe a little bit more scabbing, but not much of a difference. However, I mean, on average, really typically, most people can expect to go through the swelling, the irritation, the scabbing, and the flaking. You'll notice a few small patches in the treated area. You'll notice a few gaps, but they'll be treated, they'll be fixed on the day of touch-up, which is usually about 6 to 8 weeks after the first initial procedure. So between day 5 and 10, which is today, and 5 days from now, I'll be watching out for that scabbing. I hear it's a beast, so I am gonna be on the lookout for that. And I will keep you guys posted. As a final note, microshading and microblading, they take about 4 to 6 weeks on average for complete recovery. That's what my artist told me to expect about 4 to 6 weeks for complete recovery. And then the first 2 weeks are the most intense weeks, where you'll get all the irritation and scabbing and all these things, and your eyebrows might be, at some point might disappear and then come back. And I'm waiting to see that. Looking forward to that. But yeah, after the 4 to 6 weeks, it's not so bad. And then you get your touch up and your eyebrows are perfect or close to perfect. Can't wait. Either way, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post any new videos. And see you in the next one. Bye. This is before microblading. This is day 1. This is day 2. This is day 3. Day 4. And day 5.